Hey, welcome back to Freedom Algo. So we have a spike in channel day today, but the volatility is really low. There's not a lot of bars, and as a result, there's not a lot of trades. The ATR on the 21 is super low. Just hard to get good entries today. A lot of the moves only moved a couple of ticks. There's just not a whole lot here. So I want to call that out ahead of time. And so we're probably getting that holiday slowdown in the volatility. So the first trade I saw wasn't even all the way up until basically the open, which was right here. And it was a risky short. And basically what this was that we had an up channel with a close outside. And what you're thinking here is that we got a couple legs up to a new high, and then we get this bearish engulfing bar that engulfs this whole bar. So if you waited for that one to close and entered, I think that's pretty safe. It's a close outside of this channel and a new high all at once because you were thinking spike and channel. And then it ends up just coming down, just gives you a little scalp. Nothing to it. Then you end up with this up channel. You finally get a break here. You get another high that is basically equal. So now you have this kind of triple test here. But then I wasn't thinking go short. What I was thinking was pullback, and this is a hidden first entry, pullback, hidden second entry long. Again, not perfect, but it's pretty low risk. It's 5 ticks. If you entered this trade, though, I'd say your stop loss probably has to go below this bar. Not ideal, but it is above the EMA. It is like our first time coming back to the EMA, so you are expecting some bullishness there. It then comes up and it gives us some shorts. So we didn't have this wider channel at the time, but what we did have was now this was a break and a new high. So now we're thinking we're probably going to start to reverse here. And you got a first entry, second entry long that fails with a really nice bearish bar. That's a nice easy short. And then right after that, you come down here and you actually get a first entry pullback, second entry short. Now, I think that this one was, what's the low? 83.75, 82. Yeah, so there's just enough room to get out there as long as it filled you. Unfortunately, that's just what kind of day it was today. So some of these like moves only went exactly 4 ticks and reversed and stuff. So you had to just hope that you got the right entry. I mean, for this one, it's, again, the low, there's just enough room to get it there. Just enough room. Yeah. 83.75. 82. Yeah. So you basically get out with there's the exact 6 ticks that you need to get a 4 tick scalp. And you definitely were going for 4 tick scalps today when the ATR is this low. Finally, you kind of form a little range here. And so over here, you get a little down channel with a close outside and a new low that engulfs this bar. I entered this one on the engulfing bar, and this one ended up working as a scalp. I entered it 1 tick above this red bar as an engulfing long, just like a trap. And then we got a triple test right here off this low, and I entered above that bar. It's not an ideal bar, but it still is bullish enough. And above that, it's probably going up, and I took that trade too. Those both worked. You end up with this little channel that breaks and turns into this wider channel that eventually breaks right here. Gives you a couple legs to a new high, but there's really no way to go short up here. You could argue, I'm going to mark this. I don't think that this is a good short, even though it works. But if you took that, it's not the worst. It's just, I don't know. I don't like when you get the equal high like that and then this kind of engulfing style. Like, it just seems sketchy to me. I forgot to mark this trade. There is a decent short right here that you could take, which is a lower high. After we broke and made our 2 legs to a new high, you get this lower high. That's a nice trade. Then we finally are coming down. Now, it took me forever to record this one, but I was recording this trade, and I was waiting here because I saw this first entry long, and I was waiting for a second entry long, and it just was never happening. Finally, it happened here on this engulfing bar. I got into this trade, stop loss below this, and I just sat in it. Now, I can told on the recording that it was a green because the red is over here. I mean, sorry, the blue trade is right here on the higher low, even though this is not the most ideal bar. You expect that one. And originally when I was in this trade, again, I recorded it, so I'll post it to the community so everyone can see it. Basically got entered in here on the engulfing, and then I scalped for 4 ticks, and then I originally had my stop loss drawn at this upper line right here. Or not my stop loss, my second take profit on the runner. And then when it got to here and it just started getting sideways, I took profit at this blue line right here on the runner. So I'd already gotten my 4 ticks, and I just took a little profit there because I was just concerned that it wasn't going to fill. And I'm glad that I did that, because this would have come back and stopped me out in a lower profit anyway. Still would have got profit, but anyway, that's how that one played out. It's just looking like it's going to struggle to break this 6,100 right now. It's becoming a pretty serious resistance. So that's what I'm seeing right now. Not a lot of trades today. I do think that this wide channel is in play still. You scroll out, you can kind of see from this low after the break of that, it connects right through this close on the bottom. We don't have this confirmed yet. So what I'd be expecting here is eventually we come back, and if we do bounce off of this thing and we confirm a close above it, like a red candle that closes above it or something, and it gives us a nice reversal spot, we could end up getting a long that gives us the momentum we need to actually push above 61. Because right now we could end up just coming just above 61 in reverse and then still do that. But I think if we're going to look for all-time highs, which we're not too far off. I mean, you can see here. Yeah, what is that? 61.11 is what we're looking for. I mean, we're really not that far away from that. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do that today, especially with this low volume, and they just keep pushing it up higher. So hard to say for sure if there's enough volume there. We could also come back and test this range that we haven't really tested much. I mean, after we broke out of it, we had one little pullback, but you didn't get an entry set up there because you don't want to long into the highs. Most breakouts are going to fail. So that's pretty much it for today. Again, slow day, low volatility. Yesterday and the day before were much better in terms of volatility, but such is life. All right, see you soon.